is Pinkish Object, and I'm here with an epic potato, and we will be going over the top.
That's me.
We'll be going over the top 5 contest winners of the contest that we held a while ago. It was like sometime in September, maybe. Yeah, September. It was a little while ago. December. Okay, not that long, but it's still a while ago, because it's February now. And so this is the 5th place map, Tunisia by IMAROLLINGSTONE. And I personally give this map a 6 out of 10. As you can see right now, it's a city type map, and those play out really good, but it's also problematic in some points because he allowed people to go on the rooftops, which means that there's high points and stuff that are sometimes are hard to get up to, and it's also semi-parkour. So it also adds some other like difficult ways to get up to maps, and that sort of detracts from the gameplay. But other than that, it's really nice. It looks really nice, and yeah, that's my rating for it. What do you think about it, Potato?
I'm going to give this map a 7.5 out of 10. To be honest, I think this deserves 4th place, but that's just me because, as you all know, I'm a very themed map type of person, and I really like the way he designed this map. It actually, even though the aesthetics are somewhat plain, you can still tell that it is very obviously what the map's name says, Tunisia. So it'd be like a African city looking type of thing, and I actually like the fact that you can get on the roofs and the parkour because I think it adds to the gameplay, adds variety, and gives you more places to go and more less choke points so that you can really add some variety to the gameplay.
Yeah, I just think it's a little bit too complicated for my liking. And there was this one part. You saw maybe around 1 minute or 30 seconds, something like that. In the video, you saw that I got stuck behind on a spawn. I got spawned behind a table and a ladder to get up to the top floor, and like it was actually kind of difficult to get out of. And that shows some sloppiness, but it's not like horrible because he didn't do it everywhere on the map. It was just that one area, but nonetheless, it's not as good as our top 4. So on to the next map.
In 4th place, we have Citadel by Z16P. This is a fairly large indoor map that really focuses on infantry combat, as there are no vehicles. The map works best with Capture the Flag and Slayer, and is designed for 5 to 8 player teams. As the gameplay you're seeing right now, it is 2 Flag Slayer, which is a mix between Capture the Flag and Slayer. If you've never seen it before, it's kind of interesting, but that is not what we're reviewing. The map itself is fairly large, fairly open, but provides enough cover that you'll never be experiencing too much spawn camping or too much action, but you'll be able to get right into the action from the start. In my personal opinion, I rate this map a 7.5, same as the last one, because although the map is large and fun to play, I do think the aesthetics are a little bland as there aren't too many, as well as the fact that the gameplay can sometimes be a little bit linear and a little bit, I don't know, not as much fun as I found the first one to be. However, it is very professional and a very even map, since it's symmetrical. I really do like it. I just think I prefer the other map a little better. So I might even only give this map a 7.
Alright, well, I think this map deserves a 7.5 as well. It like you said, it flows nicely, and you have a lot of like good cover and like a lot of good vocal and vantage points on the map that allow you to experience what you would in a map that's like professionally made, almost just like a real map from Bungie or something like that. In this map though, I felt it was too blocky because he used all blocks pretty much. As you can see, like there's not really any like rounded edges. So personally, when I make a map, I like to have a little bit of a rounded edge, and that like adds for a nice view of or not a view. It allows better movement in my opinion, but it's not my map, so it's not my decision. But that just kind of detracted from the map a little bit to me. And like you were saying, it's also pretty linear. But again, this map has many ways to get to different areas of the map. Nothing here is overpowered. It's all really good, really fair, and very interesting. So this map definitely deserves 4th place in my opinion. Alright guys, next up is our 3rd place map, Inheritor Canyon by It's Mitchell. It's a big team battle map with a centralized 4-window structure. It's pretty much a close resemblance to Installation 04 or 03. It doesn't really matter what the name is, but it focuses around the center structure, and there's also a Banshee there, which adds a lot of balance and cool control points to the map. You really want to get that Banshee to control the map, and adds like really good gameplay to maps, and it's what really made the map 3rd place to me. My rating to it is an 8.5 or an 8.3 or something like that, because although it was really nice and really original, it also it had what's known as big team battle sickness or big team battle fever, whereas the bases are like people hang out around them too much and pretty much just shoot elsewhere. So it's almost like the bases get camped too much, but also the sight lines are kind of crooked almost. I'm not gonna say like messed up, because they're good sight lines, but they're in a way that's not normal, but or ideal. That's a better word. And but it's still good. It's a near perfect big team battle map, and it definitely deserves at least 3rd place, if not higher. But the other maps in 2nd and 1st obviously take the cake. You have anything to add to that, Potato?
Take the cake.
Shut up.
Well, yes, I do have some stuff to add to that. I agree with the rating. I would definitely give it an 8.3 or an 8.5 or an 8, whatever you want to call it in that area, for several reasons. I agree with the fact that there's a big team battle sickness. When I played it, I noticed a lot of sticking to the bases and other stuff. But what I did really love about the map was how unique the structures were. I really liked the Forerunner feel, and how they really did do a great job of, I guess, reminding you of maps such as Installation 04. But what I did not necessarily like about the map was the fact that although its aesthetics and structure design were unique, the structure placement and layout of the map itself were very generic, at least in my opinion. What I mean by that, that you'll notice that there are 2 bases on either end of the canyon and a central structure in the middle with a central vehicle, which detracts from the gameplay, or at least the variety of the map, a lot, because I found that I was often thinking it was very similar to so many other maps I've played. For example, Forerunner Valley. It seemed almost like an identical remake, just with different style.
Well, it was supposed to seem that way. That was the original intent. Alright. Well, on to our next map then. Here comes 2nd place.
Next up in 2nd place, we have Oppress by Kilimanjaro. This is a fairly large, but maybe more on the medium side, big team battle map, designed still for 8v8. It's a very, very interesting map, and a rarely used area of Forge World, at least not for big team battle. The bases look, in my opinion, amazing, because they're so unique, so different, but so simple at the same time. And the central structure really accentuates on those aesthetics. It really makes the map feel nice, and feels something you would see in Halo. Not quite sure what, but you know. Now, I do love the gameplay. Very fast-paced, a lot of explosions, and a lot of action, as well as a decent amount of safe spawning. However, with all of those good things, there are still problems. The biggest problem I noticed would be the fact that there are boundary problems, meaning it is not too hard to escape the map, at least for a sort of amount of distance. And the second big problem I would notice is that the central structure, which while very aesthetically pleasing, does not flow very well and isn't exactly used too often during gameplay. Meaning most of the gameplay flows into the central rocky open area. Now the I guess good thing that comes out of that is you can use the central structure to flank the enemy, but it still does take away a little bit from gameplay. I don't really know how you could fix it, but that's just what I noticed. Also, somewhere in the central structure, I think there's like a tree poking through. I don't really care about that, but you know, it is what it is. What do you have to say about it? Oh wait, my rating. I would rate it probably 9 out of 10, 9, 8.5, 8, 9, in that area. You know what I mean? I think 9 out of 10, just because I really like the map, and it would have taken first place if it weren't for our first place map coming in. What do you have to say about that?
All right, I give it about the same rating, 8.7. I like that. I like that better. So the maps again are like a Halo sort of style, I think. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a classic Halo experience when you play on the map. So there's no problem with that. The bases are a really nice design, very original. The central structure, like we said, it doesn't have that much flow, and that kind of detracted points off the map. But all in all, like what gave this map the real what gave it the cake. I'm sorry, I keep using cake. I'm hungry. What gave it the cake was that it was just a really nice map, total original structures. It could have been like a similar structure design could have been done by by anybody, but he like really like made that look really nice and added so much like depth to the map. And yeah, like we said, the barriers were kind of a problem. We went through each of the maps in Forge, and that was one of the first things we looked for to make sure that the barriers were all set up right, because we hate when people break maps. So that was the first thing we looked for, and that's what we noticed. And that's pretty much how our rating came about. And that's the map. On to the first place winner map. And in our first place position, we have, drum roll please,
Revulsion! By 101, of course.
Lost the lead.
Yeah, of course.
Tied the leader.
Yeah, I know.
What are you waiting for?
Do you want to describe that it's a 4v4 map, or?
Do I? I don't know. Well, it's a 4v4 map that's symmetrical, as you can see. It's really cool. It's really original. It's probably one of the most original maps I've ever seen. I rate it personally a 9 out of 10. I mean, no map can really get a 10, I believe. I don't really believe that a map should be able to get a 10. I don't know, it's just my opinion. But this map definitely gets whatever I can give a map, which is a 9. Well, I guess 9.5 too, but whatever. I give it a 9. And yeah, it's really nice. I almost just got a 2 for 1 there, sorry. I just sniped Potato, by the way. Yeah, and the map's really nice. What I could have gave this map a 10, if I can give maps a 10. The center area, the bottom center, kind of has only 4 ways to get there, and it would have been really cool if you could have got more. 2 ways are sort of not as obvious, and that's that the area that I took in the beginning of the video. It's a little drop-down area. Some people don't know that's there, but I saw the map before we made this gameplay, so I knew they were there. And the map's just really good. What do you think about it, Potato?
Well, I absolutely love the map, and as much as I wanted to not give iFlawed first place, just because we all know he's iFlawed, I felt like we had to, because this map, really, it was everything that a press had, except the fact it wasn't picking battle, you know, but it was very explosive, very fast-paced, very fun. What it had over, I think, all the other maps would be the fact that it was the most professional the most balanced, and also the cleanest. Aesthetics were simple but interesting, I guess, because I really liked the way he added those chutes in the center that went down to I think it was a rocket launcher in the center, out of middle, whatever. And that was a really nice addition, but overall, I just want to give the map, I think, a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing I'd really say detracts from the map is that you said it's really original. I don't know that I'd agree with that. It's pretty original, but I wouldn't say it's the most original because it's still an indoor symmetrical map. We do a lot of those, so.
Well,
But
it's original in general, but to iFlod himself, it's unoriginal, and that's probably what you're missing. He makes this stuff a lot. Like, it's very similar stuff to this, but it's still a nice map, and I'm really glad he submitted it to us.
yeah. But yeah, the main reason I think we decided to put this over Oppressed, sorry, Kilimanjaro, was the boundary issue and the tree poke producing, as well as the central building. Those three problems may seem kind of minor, but they really did.
Well, and flow.
Look at everything.
And you have to think about the flow too.
We had to look at everything, and iFlod's map didn't really have any problems.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we looked at it and we were like,
"Damn,
well,
girl."
I don't know that we said that.
This is fine. That's what we said. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, iFlod gets this map gets a video in our channel, and it's a very own episode.
It will be given a separate episode. So.
Yeah. And congratulations to the top 3. Each of you guys get an intro made by me. So
Which,
you know those are.
Mitchell and iFlod are the same channel. I guess it's 2.
Yeah, so Kilimanjaro and iFlod/Mitchell claim your reward, and also try and give me something that I can make. I'll try and find, or give me an idea of what you guys want, and I'll try and make it as best I can. You guys all know that I can make sexy stuff, as you guys can see by our intros that we have on the channel. And so that's our first contest. This was actually really fun to do, so maybe we'll do some more in the future. We're having a new idea that might involve some contests. I don't know, you guys will have to see in the future and the first episode of that new series.
So yeah,
yeah.
I kind of want to apologize for this being taking as long as it did, but thank you everyone for submitting. Congratulations to all the winners, including the top 5, not just top 3. Congratulations to you guys as well. You just didn't exactly get a reward, sorry about that. But you still got a video of your map, and congratulations to you for that. And without further ado, I think that we are
done.
Good?
Yeah, we're done.
Done.
All right. See you guys in the next. Oh, what more?
I need to tell them something special.
A special surprise?
I love you all.
We love you too. All right. See you next time.
Not you.
Oh, not me. Okay. Well, anyway, see you guys next time on whatever.
I love you with a different kind of love.
We do next. All right. Whatever. See you guys.